Have you ever gone into a film and known literally nothing about it other than the name of the film and an actor that's in it? Usually I'd watch a trailer and read reviews, but for this film I saw it on I shouldn't say this, I saw it on a torrent site and heard that it was a pretty good film, but literally didn't watch a trailer or anything. So the film that I saw was called Barbarian. I downloaded it, started watching it, and instantly was hooked. It's about this chick who goes to a Airbnb, and as soon as she gets to the door, she can't get in. The key's gone. It's rainy. It's late at night. She can't get hold of anyone, and what's she gonna do? So anyway, she sees that there's a light on in the window. So she knocks on the door, and someone opens it. It's Bill Skarsgard from, what's he from? So Bill Skarsgard, there's a bit of confusion. He's already booked the place. The chick's got a booking. They basically hash it out that she's going to stay the night and then leave in the morning. They'll sort it out then. So that's as far as I'm going to talk about this film without you having seen it, because this is the sort of film that you definitely need to see with no knowledge. Don't watch a trailer. That's the bare minimum knowledge that you can get away with to have a great experience watching it. Okay, so come back once you've seen the film and then we'll talk, okay? So I'll give you about 5 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Spoiler. I'm going to talk about spoilers, why this film's so fantastic. Okay? You ready? So, this film it's a mystery. You don't know a lot, like you know virtually nothing about it. This chick, she turns up to this place, she meets Bill Skarsgård. Interesting premise right there. The whole time, Bill Skarsgård, he's acting he's a nice guy. There's nothing on paper that would make you think that there's anything wrong with him. But because we've seen him in other films, and we know this is a horror, that mix-up is a weird mix-up. You're going to assume something's going to happen with him. The first night, nothing happens, apart from he's having an episode on the couch. He's freaking out a bit in his sleep. She stays at night in her bedroom, and when she wakes up, the door's open, which she'd shut it before she went to bed. So that's the first sign that things aren't quite right. She goes to wake him up. He freaks out. Anyway, next morning they decide to basically, he's gone somewhere. So she leaves, goes for an interview. But on the way out, she sees that the neighborhood is a complete tip. There's burned out houses. It's just, there's no one around. It's a horrible looking, real rough, rundown area. So that's a bit weird. That the house that she's staying at is the only nice house on the block, which is pretty unusual. Okay, so she goes for an interview. Anyway, she comes back and she decides to, I don't know what she does, but she decides to go down to the cellar. Okay, so you go, okay, this is getting weird.
Keith?
So this is where we're like, okay, this is going somewhere. Where's this going? So at first she doesn't want to go down the secret passage. She's like, nope, I'm out. Finally, she decides to go down into this hallway. And at the end of the hallway is a room with a bed with all these stains on it that could be, they don't look good, they don't look like good stains, and a video camera. So you're like, okay, this is weird, there's something up with this place. She goes to leave the room. She's like, oh no, I'm done. And she gets locked into this room. So she's freaking out. Anyway, there's like the little window along the edge. So she can't get out the window. It's too high, but she can see through it. Anyway, Bill Skarsgård comes home. So at this point, he sees her, and you're kind of thinking, okay, something's up here. Something's going to happen. Anyway, he gets in, and she's like, I'm out of here. He's like, no, wait here. I'm going to go down into the cellar. I'm going to look around. before you go, okay? Just hear me out here. So at this point, you're like, okay, this is, he's going to capture her. This is going to get dodgy quick, right? He goes down. She's upstairs waiting. He doesn't come back. It's been many minutes have passed at this point. So she's like, yells out to him, "Where are you?" And she can hear her. She can't really hear anything. So she goes down into the cellar, goes into this hallway, past the thing. She hears this. She sees that there's another door that she didn't see. So at this point, we're like, okay, he's definitely tricking her. He's going to lure her down, and then he's going to get her, and it's going to turn into this kind of film. The film's called Barbarian. Maybe he's a barbarian, you know, like he's a savage. So you're kind of on edge. Anyway, she goes down, and you're waiting. He's crawling out of the darkness. He leans in and he goes, "There's someone down here." At this point, we're like, oh, he's full of shit. She's like, "We've got to get out of here. Like, we've got to go." He goes, "No, there's someone down here. We have to run. We've got to go." At this point,
the way out. That's
wait, come.
No, please stop it.
Come this way.
Stop it.
We have to come this way.
Tess,
we have to come this way. Someone's down. I'm not going back.
okay, so I kind of want to stop it there because I think you should watch the rest of the film. But this movie was fantastic. There was so much like, what would you call it? Like red herrings leading to surprises and revelations along the way that were just like, it was just really clever, you know, like it was sort of, I want to say almost subverting your expectations. Like they had Bill Skarsgard, who you expect's going to be probably a villain in this, and he wasn't. You think that the character's going to die halfway through. She doesn't. She's still alive. You find out a little bit about Justin Long. His character is, maybe you assume some things about him. They all turn out to be, depending on what you assume, right or wrong. The creepy naked old lady that's massive, she's kind of got a backstory that's quite unique. Maybe things aren't as they appear, you know. You find out how she came to be there, and you find out a little bit about the neighborhood. The film, I heard somewhere someone said that it was kind of like because a lot of good horror films have a subtext to the film, like not a morality, but like a read between the lines kind of situation. And this film is sort of a little bit to do with like victimization, victim blaming, that kind of thing. It's really well done. You know, you assume things and stuff, and it's very clever film. The one thing I didn't like about the film was the ending. I thought the ending did drop the ball. I didn't think it lived up to where I thought it was going. However, the film was stunning. Definitely recommend it. One of the most interesting horror films I've seen in, well, at least this year, aside from Terrified 2. Terrified 2 is fantastic. You should watch my video on that, actually. And you should like and subscribe and comment below, because you deserve it. So anyway, yeah, really fantastic film. Great music. Great. One thing I really liked about this film was it had a really nice like shot composition, or like the types of camera lenses they used were quite different. Like you had a lot of like, there's some scenes where it was like a wide angle lens. It gave it kind of like a weird sort of surreal image. Some different like one shot camera takes being done. A lot of good comedy, but not like over the top comedy, like just little comedic moments that were really appreciated and made the film just fantastic. Kind of some horrifying funny moments as well. I won't spoil those, But yeah, definitely recommend this film. I don't know if this director's done anything else. I need to look that up because I'd watched some of his other stuff. Like, it's very, and that's not to say this film isn't like, it's not like 100%, what's the word, like original or that kind of thing. There, you know, there's tropes and stuff, but it's done in such a way that it's a fun experience. It's a roller coaster of like intrigue and comedy and stuff. So highly recommend it. It's definitely up there with Terrified 2. They're completely different films, but it's definitely a horror that's worth your time. Go find it. I don't know where I think it's coming out at the movies. It's definitely, actually another film that's really good was Smile. Smile is kind of, I like this more than Smile, but Smile is a fantastic film. Might actually do a review on that. Anyway guys, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Tell me what you think. Have you seen Barbarian 2022? And tell me if you liked it. And I'll see you in the next video. Cheers.